piss. Keep it simple, stupid.
I promise you, this is not a political podcast.
Jump from the deep end of the pool, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. 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 Set up the mood.
Oh yeah, testicles. 1, 2. Testicles. Welcome back to Paranoid Radio Podcast. Whoa. Hold your horses. Shut the front door. We are back for another dose of great news, ladies and gentlemen. I am Trebles Garcia, the humble host of this amazing adventure. I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to enter your space. Guys, I am hungover, so I'm sorry. Okay, if I'm not delivering my full self, I am freaking sick and tired. I've been recording all week, by the way, to give you guys more content, more pleasure, more optimized pleasure. So check your optics, ladies and gentlemen. All right, if you're not getting your pleasure optimized, check your optics. All right, guys, do not forget to check us out at paranoidradio.com. Do not forget to check us out and also cuff up some of the t-shirts. All right. And most importantly, the most important thing that you could do for us today would be word of mouth. Okay? Share us. Screenshot. Share us. Like us. Leave us a comment. Guys, I need you guys to please drop a 5-star rating up a podcast. This allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Now, allow me to jump in from the deep end of the pool and set the mood. We're about to strike where the iron is hot. And it's burning hot, baby. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Please welcome my deep state correspondent, co-host. He's a father. He's a warrior. He's a patriot, a business owner. Am I poetic here? God damn. Welcome back. Flash__ News One. What's up, Big Dog?
Yo, thank you, bro. What's up, everybody, man? Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's just jump right in from the deep end of the pool, baby.
Yeah. Okay. First and foremost, this episode is called Debate. You want to start there? You want to bring some fucking...
Yeah, let's just start it right there. Let's get it out. Let's bang it right out.
Let's bang it right out. It's going on with these people, bro. I swear. It was 3 versus 1. Now, this is just my opinion here. I honestly think it was a fucking clown show. From on the end of the Democrats, obviously. And I think Trump was, he's predictable when it comes to debates. I know what he's going to bring down. I know what he's going to have. And I know what he's going to say. We know his policies. He's very transparent. It's the same Trump back, we know how he's going to handle himself. Specifically because we saw a greatness when he pushed Biden out. Now, It was 3 versus 1, bro. They were definitely motherfucking biased. And on top of that, they were check-fucking him and not fact-checking her.
Right.
It is absolute tragic.
Yep. And I think Trump needs to fire a couple of his advisors. Whoever made this deal to go on ABC News needs to be fired. Because at this point, we know what he's going into. We're too late in the game to be playing these little Russian roulette games, right? With the political winds that are going on right now.
Okay.
We can't give them any daylight to gain any momentum. So I think that was a mistake. But I understand Trump is not afraid of anybody. He's not afraid of a debate. So he'd rather do it rather than say, "Oh, I'm not doing it," and look like he's scared.
Yeah.
So it's really a tough position, But since he did the CNN one with Biden, he should have forced a Fox News one. Why wouldn't you know what I mean? Just to be even, you know what I mean? Because it's like, bro, I'm so tired of not getting a fair shake. I'm so tired of watching this man get up on stages, get in front of the cameras, and just be ridiculed, lied about, and manufactured narratives about what he says. It's so tiring that I don't even think we should play into it anymore. I don't think he should give any more interviews on any of these fucking networks, Fox News included. Get on X, do these podcasts, do these long-form interviews, because that's where he shines, right? Normal, everyday people that run these, podcasts, Aiden Ross and all these guys that have big followings, stick with those because those people are relevant. These debates are not relevant anymore. Do you know what I mean? They're just clown shows. Like you said, they're political theater. They're a gang up 3 versus 1. We already know his policy positions, right? So he went on there and actually, you know what? He did pretty damn good considering it was 3 versus 1.
Yeah.
Seriously. And if we actually look at the polls, people saw through the bullshit. Kamala anything. She said nothing of substance. She talked about zero policy positions of the economy. What's her plan to get us out of the shit that she got us into? That's the thing. They're acting like that Donald Trump is the incumbent president. They're acting like Trump was the one that's been in the White House for 4 years, and they're all. What are you talking? You're in the White House now, right? We all understand that the vice president doesn't have much power, but she does have power to affect policy decisions of the president. So, and she is bragging about being the last person in the room for the Afghanistan withdrawal. She was the tie-breaking vote in the Senate because it's a 50-50 Senate. The vice president is the tie-breaking vote as the president of the Senate. She caused the inflation with her vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, what turns out to be not very reducing the inflation at all. Right now, the core inflation is coming down, but everything that matters is up. Eggs, gas, energy, all of it. Right. So if she had this great plan that she didn't even tell anybody about because she doesn't have a plan, then why wouldn't they introduce it now? Right. There's the political party. And not only that, people forget that the Democrats had the House, the White House, and the Senate for the first year. They could have got anything they wanted done. They could have got gun control done. They could have did the border. They could have did all the things that they're complaining about now. They had the power to do not that long ago, right? So I think we're at the point now where people see through the bullshit. Obviously, Trump didn't have the best debate, but it's not as bad as me and you and people on our side think. I see our side judges our side more harsh than anybody else, especially independent voters. I see it all the time. And the left, they know how to rally around their people. Even if they have, they still say, "Wow, was the best. Oh, we love, we got," and we're over here picking apart little bullshit. We don't got time for that either. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to rally behind Trump. It doesn't matter if he had the best debate or not. He's still the same man. The lines have never been clearer. This is about personality over policy. And I think that's why the polls are actually suggesting that Trump won the debate. Maybe he didn't get her, got her right where she wanted. But he got a lot of good zingers in there. He got a lot of one-liners in there, got a lot of zingers, and he produced a vision for the country, right? We already have 4 years of his presidency. We're in a very rare circumstance where we can actually compare the two people on their past in office, right? Rarely is an incumbent and someone that was already president. That's like never happened. I don't think it ever happened, actually. So, you know what I mean? We're in a unique position. So we need to trust the process. We need to trust the information that we're putting out. We know what the truth is. And, they're going to do these little things. Look, let's just look at it this way. How can we see that the other side didn't think they did a good job? As soon as it was done, Kamala asked for a rematch. Now, if we look at any other circumstance in sports and boxing and fighting, the loser always asks for a rematch as soon as the fight's over. Because they want to do things that
there it is.
Right? Never, I know one person that won a fight and then asked for a rematch for the same person. No, you won the title. That's up to them to want to ask for it, and then it's up to you to grant it, right? So that was number one. Number two, Taylor Swift came out with an endorsement 2 minutes after the debate was over. So you tell me they didn't give that phone call like, "Yo, we need a little extra boost here."
That was the boost.
That was the psyop, right? That Taylor Swift watched the debate and she was so convincing that she came out and endorsed. We all know Taylor Swift, no matter who the Democrat fucking nominee was, she was going to endorse it. It could have been an AI chat bot. It could have been a cat. It could have been literally anybody, someone that was dead that would have said, vote him instead of Trump. Literally, right? So that's how you know that they're not confident in Kamala's positions, even though she did better than Biden, but the bar was so low. We lowered the bar so much.
The reason I think a lot of us, I was surprised the way she sounded. She was like, "You've been practicing, bitch." Damn.
Well, she's a lawyer. She's a fucking lawyer. You know what I mean? They know how to fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And I've been comparing her so much to the horrible job that Biden did. So obviously it's going to feel like a big jump, right? It's going to be like she did very well. But the conspiracy theories are crazy. And quite frankly, bro, this is almost going into the second point that you brought in. In Ohio, and this is not a lie. I want to make this very, very clear. This is not a lie. There's people getting their pets eaten out there. There's ducks that are being beheaded. It's fucking crazy. He wasn't lying.
And they fact checked about so the things they fact checked Trump about was telling the truth, right? About the abortion, saying that some states abortion afterbirth. That is true. You know whose state that's true in? Tim Walz, the fucking vice president pick of Kamala Harris. He changed the law to allow children to be killed after birth. So that was one fact check that was actually true. The other one, like you just said about the migrants in Ohio, right? Now we're going by firsthand accounts. We're not going by the fucking mainstream news who has a blackout of any violent, any kind of migrant crime, any kind of, there's a blackout. Okay, because you know how we know that, right? Because fucking Aurora, Colorado, they fucking took over that shit a whole year ago. And they told us it wasn't happening, right? The 3 phases is they deny it's happening. Then they say, oh, well, it might be happening. And then they say, well, it's actually not that bad, right? That's the 3 phases, right? So this is the same shit with this. In a year from now, we're going to find out that there's fucking 400 cats missing in Ohio, and there's a civil war breaking out between the Haitians and the white people. Oh, but the media told us it wasn't happening. Like, bro, this is the process, right? So we have to go by firsthand accounts. There's a local journalist down there that are actually talking to the people, right? That are actually finding out that they're seeing
I see those
stealing
videos.
Cats, right? People stealing cats. There's that one body cam video of the officer, but that person actually isn't a Haitian migrant. The black girl that ate the cat that was on the police cam video that's going viral. She's actually just a disturbed person from Ohio. But I can see how people made that connection because there's the reports. So we can't get caught up in that either, right? So that was, yes, she ate the cat. No, she wasn't a Haitian migrant. But the thing is, they're not eating these cats. What is the main religion in Haiti? Voodoo. That is the main religion in Haiti. They are sacrificing these cats. Okay, and they could be eating it because a cat is a delicatessen in Haiti. That's true. But I think they're finding these cats hanging from trees, split open and gutted. They're performing witchcraft, right? That's just fucking great. Let's just add that to our.
It only gives to show that even if it wasn't a migrant, it also gives to show the mental illness crisis in the United States of America, because he also said this is what's happening in our country. There's people eating pets. I think I was one of the people that thought it was an immigrant, and I was emphasizing that part. But I mean, we can emphasize the part. It's mental illness, bro. It's mental illness. It's fucking crazy.
Right. It's happening regardless of who's actually doing it. Right. And so they wanted to fact check him so quickly on that because it just highlights the problem. They dumped 20,000 Haitian migrants in a town of 60,000 people. 20,000 migrants from Haiti specifically that already knew each other. So you dump these, that's a 20,000 man army they just put in your town. That's what that is. So of course they're not only that, they're getting driver's license, which nobody knows how they're fucking getting driver's license so fast, right? And they're actually crashing their cars into buildings, into other people, into garbage cans because they don't know how to drive. But somehow they're getting cars, they're getting housing, and they're getting licenses. Somehow,
I've heard a lot about that they're getting fancy cars and shit, and that they're driving around like, what the fuck? How are you doing better than me? You just came here. What the fuck, dude?
It's ridiculous, bro. And they have protected status where they can't even be deported. Specifically the Haitians, because the Kamala Harris administration gave them. Because they should pop it off, and we want to get rid of them. So now they're protecting them, right? So we just have to take a deep breath. We know where we're at. There's nothing changed from that debate. There was not one Trump supporter that was like, oh my God, Kamala Harris did it. She killed it. I'm switching my vote from Trump. Person doesn't exist. Okay. There are like 100,000 people in swing states that are probably undecided. That's who we're targeting, right? But it's those same people that have been living through 4 years of the Biden administration. So when they see Kamala Harris get up there and talk shit that she's going to change this and change that, she's acting all joyful. What are you so happy about? People are struggling. People are dying. From fentanyl, from your open border policies, from your dumping migrants into the fucking poor communities and poor white conservative communities, by the way. They seem to be getting the dump load of these migrants in these conservative areas. You are the one in the White House today, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump left you a booming economy. This shit was a V recovery. Okay, unheard of. The most GDP growth in a 6-month period came from Trump. He handed you that. And you know what? Don't blame anybody else but the blue state governors that shut their economies down, because those were the people that affected our economy. It wasn't Donald Trump's policy. He left it up to the states. It was the blue governors that stuck people in nursing homes, that caused the death rate to skyrocket along with the unemployment rate. That was you guys. That was your team, not us. We told you that it was bullshit. We told you to stay open. We told you to let kids back in school. We told you the mask didn't work. We told you the vaccine didn't stop transmission. And what did you do? You didn't listen. And now we're feeling the effects of your policies, not Trump's policies. We all lived off of that. We were all living real good. So the contrast couldn't be clearer.
Wow, that was a trailer right there. But there's one more point that you want to bring in that's going to be probably one of the strongest ones. Trump ain't going to jail? Elaborate, bro.
Man, listen, I'm gonna take a victory lap. I gotta do it because I sat here. All the big talking heads, all the Alex Jones and Benny Johnson, or the Rikers Island is being prepared for Donald Trump's immediate arrest. Alex Jones with the fear porn. Oh, he's going to jail. This is what they're gonna do. I said, listen, man, pause. Is that even politically a good idea for them? Right? Because they saw that just by charging Trump and putting him in handcuffs and giving him a mugshot, his poll numbers skyrocketed. He wasn't even doing that good. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to go throw him around in jail. No, they've learned from their mistakes. The deep state's not stupid. You know, they took a shot. They tried with all these lawfare things, and it didn't stick. So they're not going to turn around and triple down on it. They doubled down. They're not going to triple down. Right? It wasn't politically good. Do it. They pushed it so that this was the case in New York. He was supposed to go to jail. Everyone was flipping out about it. Now it's got pushed to after the election. Like I said, every single one of these cases are not going to happen before the election. I said this shit 2 years ago when they dropped. I said it's all fear porn. It was all the way to divide us and to get us all scared that he's going to jail. Don't vote for him anyway. Vote for Nikki Haley. Remember, we sat here and talked about all of that. And look, it played out exactly the way we talked about. So that's why we have to keep our calm. We have to be the compass in the storm. They're going to throw everything at us. All these mass shootings. There was another mass shooting in Kentucky on the highway right after the other one. Right. So they're going to keep hitting us with this. We have to stay the course. We have to stay connected. And that's the best we can do, man. And get out the fucking vote. Voting matters. Take 20 minutes out of your life and get to the polls. Drag 10 of your neighbors and do it, man. We got a country to save.
Absolutely. And talking about country to save, and I'm not sure if you were aware of this, but there is a massive move, at least here in California, what I witnessed. The commercials, even on my podcast, the commercials on Hulu, not that I watch it, but a lot of people were telling me, a close friend of mine that also listens to the show, ex-coworkers, they were telling me that there's specific commercials on Hulu and Disney Plus and all these other fucking streaming services that were trying to almost desensitize 9/11. They were trying to make us disconnect from what really happened. They're not denying, they're not saying that it didn't happen. They're just trying to move away from the emotional ties that people have for that day. As a matter of fact, Kamala Harris said that Donald Trump left the United States in the worst, I think it was the worst economic and the worst scenario ever since the Civil War.
Oh, she said that about January 6th. Yeah.
I was like,
worse than 9/11. Yeah.
How is that worse than 9/11, dude? This happened I was in sixth. I seen it, bro. They locked us down. This is huge. That was one of those markers in life that you'll never be able to go back or take back. It was
5 miles from it, bro. Yeah, wow. Bro, I was absolutely insane, bro. And then that's a spit in the face to everybody that had family that died, to everybody that lived through that time. To say that January 6th was worse than 9/11, bro. January 6th wasn't even worse than the 2020 riots in the summer. It wasn't even worse than the inauguration of Donald Trump in January of 2006. They were burning down Washington, D.C., bro. Cops died. Nobody gave a shit. Black Lives Matter killed over 40 cops, over $2 billion worth of damage. But yet January 6th was the worst day of this country's history. Get off your fucking high horse, yo. For real.
What the fuck did you just say? Wait. I was aware that there were riots, but I didn't know that 40 officers died in D.C. because of the inauguration in 2016.
Oh, that was with the 2020 riots, and that day together over 40 died.
Oh, smack. Okay.
Compared to 0 dying on January 6th. That was another lie that Kamala Harris told that she didn't get fact-checked on, that officers died on January 6th. No officers died on January 6th. Officer Sicknick died of a stroke the next day that had absolutely nothing to do with January 6th. A couple officers killed themselves 2 months later, but if we're going to blame them for that, then we got a long list to blame on the left, right?
Yeah,
so, don't play with us with that, bro. No officers died on January 6th. Yeah, the only people that died on January 6th were Trump supporters, unarmed, 2 women, Roseanne Boylan and the other one that died inside of the Capitol.
They're spending time.
Ashley.
They're spending more time trying to catch the old grandma that was at January 6th.
Come on, and what happened to the pipe bombs? What happened to, we had them on camera. Bro, that was supposedly Kamala Harris almost died that day. But she didn't even bring it up. They don't even talk about that. They don't even talk about the pipe bombs. That tells you a lot.
Bugatti, yeah, it's kind of like trying to disconnect. Also, kind of like what happened with Google, where you weren't able to find what the assassination attempt on Donald Trump that easily. It's kind of like what's happening with the fucking another thing that's happening that I know that's happening is Alexa. You ask Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump, and it doesn't tell you. I'm not allowed to give you information on who to vote for, but you ask about Kamala Harris. Oh yeah, because she's a woman, because she's brown, etc. I was like, dog, get the fuck out, dude. Even Alexa's in this bitch.
Us versus the machine, man. The whole machine, bro. The whole machine. But you know what? We got this, bro.
Yo, let them know where they can find you, big dog.
Yeah, bro. I'm over on Instagram, flashy_news1. On True Social, flashy_truths, and X, flashy_news X.
Yo, make sure you hit him up, guys. We are losing followers. This is not a lie. He shares images with me. I share images with me of our algorithm. I mean, our analytics on Instagram, and we're losing by the hundreds or loads of people. They might be bots. They might be people that don't like what we're posting. I actually got a comment from one of the old followers that used to follow us, and she put unfollow, and she did unfollow me for also an odd reason. I get it, but guys, if you guys are listening to the show, you guys have been here this long. Take the time to go follow Flash. Make sure you check him out at flashy_news1. We're losing followers by the day, but if you can, word of mouth is the most important thing that you can do, not only for the show, but for all of us and for truth. Share our stuff and follow Flash. Make sure you check them out at flashy_news1 and check us out at paranoidradio.com. Do not forget to drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Thanks, Flash.
That's right.
Paranoid Radio.